Hello everybody, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Today I have a few Fernandez files I'd like to share with you. So these are stories, if this is the first time you're joining us for this segment, that are the top stories of today, stories that matter to you, that matter to me, that matter to our community in its entirety. I also have some trending stories today, but the first story that I wanted to touch on today was the man who was charged in the death of Sarah Root. Does appear in court today. That's happening in about half an hour, so around 12:30. That's the first Fernandez file. And then kind of as we go down the list here, wanted to talk about two unfortunate crashes and deaths that happened in the Omaha Metro over the weekend. So we'll chat about those as well. And then just a brief look at what it looks like outside right now and what meteorologists are anticipating forward throughout our work week. So starting out with our first story today, our first Fernandez file. This is the man charged in the death of Sarah Root appears in court this afternoon, as I mentioned, in about a half an hour's time. So this story, like several other stories that we're covering, you can all be found on our website. That's firstalert6.com. Here's our homepage right now. I'm going to head to this story and kind of leave this here for you as we chit-chat a little bit about this. So you can see this person's mug shot, on your screen. This is Edwin Mejia. He's 28 years old, scheduled to be in Douglas County Court at 12:30. Now, he was arrested in Honduras in the last month and extradited back to the U.S. on Friday. He faces charges of DUI, vehicular homicide, failure to appear in court, and the warrant sent for his arrest. Now, this really sad story, what happened to Sarah Root, if we kind of scroll down here, you can kind of see more about the story. I will leave that as a web extra, though, as we focus on the charges against him and what exactly happened. So back in January of 2016, he was arrested of street racing while under the influence of alcohol when he did strike Sarah Root's vehicle near 33rd and L Street in Omaha. Now, this is the part that really gets me, right? His blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. So this isn't like 1 or 2 beers. We're talking, this man was highly intoxicated. Unfortunately, because of this, Root did die at the scene. And again, just a heart-wrenching moment in this story. She just graduated from college that same day. Such a sad story there. Let's head back over to our website in full screen now so you can take a better look at this man. Now, Mejia was in the U.S. illegally. He bonded out of jail for $5,000 and then disappeared. That was when he went on the run, and that's why he was arrested in Honduras last month. As a side note, something very important, Senator Ernst, the father of Sarah Root, joined President Trump for a signing of Sarah's Law. This was Root's death led to the passing of Sarah's Law, which requires illegal immigrants who have committed violent crimes against Americans to be detained. So the idea behind this is that situations like this one won't happen again. So that's the first Fernandez file we are covering today. Now, I'm going to head over to our second Fernandez file, and I kind of have this screen set up here so you can follow along with the story as we discuss it. So this is a sad story, one of the 2 deaths that we're covering today in Fernandez files. One person is dead after a motorcycle crash in Omaha on Sunday. Again, this story is found on our website. That's firstalert6.com, and the story is also trending as well. So a lot of you very interested in, unfortunately, learning about this specific death that happened in our area. Now, the crash happened around 55th and Center Streets, and it was just before 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, and this crash did take the life of 35-year-old Quavando Davis. He was a motorcyclist, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, an initial investigation of this crash did show that Davis was eastbound on Center and then missed a curve and then slid into a parking lot. And perhaps the most heart-wrenching part of this story is that we are told that he was wearing his helmet and he was wearing it correctly in this crash. So it was up to NDOT's helmet safety standards. So a sad story to have to report today. Now, unfortunately, another story that is trending on our website, this story right here, again, I'll take this full screen for you at firstalert6.com. Here's the image that I saved for you to kind of really take a look at just how bad this crash was. This is the third Fernandez file that we're covering today, and unfortunately, this story is trending as well. Another death here in the Omaha area. So on this story this afternoon, one person is dead after police found their car under another car in this pit here in a South Omaha construction site. This happened on Saturday night. So when Omaha police responded, they responded to this crash that took place near 31st and Q Streets. This was around 10:30 p.m. on Saturday. And when they arrived, if you take a look here, they did find one car on top of another car and one person dead. So in this ditch that we're kind of taking a look at here over my shoulder, there's actually another car submerged underneath this white car that we're seeing here. Unfortunately, one person did die in this situation. The driver of the black car, that's the car that's underneath this white car here, was identified as 40-year-old Francisco Hernandez, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, the driver in the Nissan that was also part of this crash initially left the scene and then returned and was taken to jail for DUI. So this person was driving under the influence. This person was not injured. So one person is dead in this crash and another person arrested for DUI, not injured in any way. Now, police say they aren't sure at this time how long the black car was inside the pit, but they know that both cars did not drive in simultaneously. So one car drove in first and then the other car on top. As you can imagine, an investigation into what exactly happened that night at 10:30 Saturday is underway. So if you have any additional details, you are always encouraged to call police, and you can remain anonymous there. Now, lastly, I do want to chat a little bit about our weather, what we can anticipate as we head into the work week, kicking off on this Monday. The weather not too bad out there, so that's the good news for you today. Meteorologist Jarrett Lansford did update us with what we can expect today and into the work week. So let's take a live look outside now. Here's a look from our Blackstone camera. Today, Jarrett anticipates mostly cloudy out there. So yeah, you can see it's cloudy. A few sprinkles possible, but mainly in the afternoon hours. So from now until, the early evening hours, a high of 61 out there, so not too bad. Tonight, we're looking at mostly cloudy with a few sprinkles to light showers possible with a low of 37. So not too cold and, not too crazy with the weather. Thankfully, nothing like that blizzard we experienced last week, right? So we'll take the little sprinkles here and there, and we do need them, so that's something to take note of as well. So taking a live look now from our First National camera. This is a live look at the Kiewit Luminarium, and just a look at the Missouri River. So on Tuesday, we can expect partly cloudy and breezy conditions, a high of 66. So getting better out there. I like that 66 degrees, I'll tell you that much. And then Wednesday, let's take a look at 90th and Dodge while we chit-chat about Wednesday. Expect again mostly cloudy conditions out there with a high of 63. So it's cloudy out there, as you can see from this shot at 90th and Dodge. The wind is not too bad at this point. It may increase throughout the day today, but does look like wind gusts will increase throughout the remainder of the week, so something to take note of there. Now, in the interim, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us at the Alert Center for Fernandez Files on this Monday. We hope you're enjoying your day, and hopefully you don't get wet from those little sprinkles that we're anticipating here and there. Until then, though, we do hope you join us at the Alert Center at 3 o'clock. We'll see you then.